Hello there and welcome to Knock Survives. Today I'm at a brand new event and it looks like a good one as well. It's a Halloween Haunt Fest near Luton, right near Luton, just off the M1. 4 mazes. We've got 4 mazes, a scare zone, various fun fairs, and who knows what else. We're going to go in, find out, because it's new. It's new for everyone. It's new for all of us. So who knows what to expect? I just expect good stuff. So let's go in and find out. Look at this straight away. We've got a lovely character. Oh wow! Look at the face. Hello. I like your chains.
To make sure you make your way into the Halloween Haunt and to the amazing events that we're going to be spectating right in front of your very eyes. Enjoy it!
Oh. Hi, lady.
Well into the Halloween Haunt. Enjoy your night. We hope you have a pleasant dream.
We've got a merch over here. Let's go and check out some merch, shall we? Go check out some merch. T-shirts, hoodie, tote bags, mugs. Look, the ducks. I like them. I like the ducks. They'll go well. Get in there when you can.
So the one with the print border mazes on there.
Yeah.
Is that got a cork face on the front of it?
So we're hanging around until the show on the main stage, and then we can go into the mazes. But just going to wander around, see what's here, get a feel of the area, see what's about. So the 4 mazes we've got here are Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Blood and Honey. Now they're both official IPs. The only scare event in the country that does official IPs so far. I'm hoping for good things from there. We've got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre right behind me. There's also Eden, which looks like a sci-fi maze, and there's also a witch one. I can't remember what that's called, but it's a witch kind of maze. We've got seating, hay bales for seating, music over here. Don't know if that's a stage or if that's what that is. If that's the zone, I'm not sure. And there's also a scare zone, which is a music, kind of a zombie musicians kind of scare zone. There's the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey over here. I've not actually seen that film. I've tried searching all the streaming services and none of it has it on, unless you've got to pay for it. So I would have liked to have done my research on Blood and Honey, but I haven't watched it. So it'll be a whole new experience for me. I know it's a spooky version of Winnie the Pooh, basically. Got lots of foods. Lots of foods. Smells very hot doggy and around here. Greek street food, toasties, that would be nice. Nice hearse. Nice bit of theming up here. Nice pizza. Pizza there. Wing strips. Fries. Coffee. Gotta have a coffee. And burgers. Seating over here. And then we have actually quite a lot of big rides here. Big machines. Thriller. That comes to Norfolk a lot. I've seen that a lot in my videos, the Thriller. We've also got Wyatt's Waltzer. I'm sure it's Wyatt's Waltzer that really did my neck in, because there's no backs on it. Yeah, there's no headrest on the Wyatt's Waltzer, so be careful with your head on the Wyatt's Waltzer, because you can really it must have hurt for about a week after going on that. I swore I would never ride Wyatt's Waltzer again. It was too much for me. Well, we've got the Thriller. Gotta love the Thriller. Dodgems. We've got a little rifle range over here. We've got the Extreme, and we've got a Freako. It's a Freako. Lovely. Nice big area for your rides. Wonder what the prices are. Shall we take a little look? Okay, so I've done a bit of a recce of the fun fair. It's like £5 a ride. The Dodgems have got a free passenger rider, which is nice. They usually bump up the charge for. There's usually more money per car, but it's a free passenger ride in the Dodgems, so that's nice to see. So yeah, £5 a ride there. It's not too bad, quite reasonable. I got a hog roast behind me. That looks like it's going to be popular, all stuffing and stuff. Oh, small for £8, large for £10. Cool. If I wasn't rushing off today, I'd be munching on that later. So we're congregating in the tent over here, it looks like. And they said the main stage, so that looks like the main stage over there. Congregate over there, give us a bit of a welcome briefing. We can get to the film in the mazes tonight, which is really nice. So watch out for the copyright here. I better say that apparently there's no cards in the bar, so bring cash if you want to have a drink in the bar. I'm guessing the other stalls must do cards.
You never know what may happen. Do me a favour, give a big round of applause to these two gentlemen on stage. We have Nick and Jack, who are part of the creative team that have come up with Halloween Horn Fest. Let's all start with you, Jack. How you doing? Okay? We're all here, mate. Everyone. What scene? These guys have been working round the clock to put this together. It's our first show, so we hope you stick with us. And Jack, tell us how many hours you've been doing.
Hours? Since January, I think, we started. Yeah, it's been an amazing time getting this and this week especially it's been rough. It's been, well, an event is hard, guys. I didn't realise how hard it would be. Shall I hold this? Yeah, I'll hold this. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much everyone for being here tonight. Seeing so many familiar faces, it's really nice. A lot of you don't know this, but we both we did a lot of marketing at the start of this, and it's really nice to see you guys, your faces here tonight. So before we do anything, give yourself a big cheers. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, go on, Nick. Tell them how this started.
Should we tell them the story about how this started? So me and Jack were going around visiting some scare mazes around the country, and after that we sat in a McDonald's of all places, and I said to Jack, shall we do it? And then Jack said yes, and here we are today. It's as simple as that. We've worked incredibly hard. There's so many people that we have to thank. There's all of the maze designers, there's all of the technicians who have been working around the clock all week. We've got our costume designers, our costume makers, we have makeup, yeah, thank you, Jack. We have our makeup team, we have our board of directors, the people who believed in our vision and said, here's the money, go and do it. And without them, we couldn't have done this, and they have been absolutely a great support, so thank you to them. Because little me and you couldn't afford to do this on our own. So, most importantly, we want you all to have a great night tonight. It's a preview night tonight for you guys. You're getting the first look at these attractions before anybody else does. We officially
lucky.
Tonight is a preview for you guys. Is there anything you want to tell them about the attractions, Jack?
Yeah, I'll tell you about attractions. So, as you all probably are aware, not even under a rock, we are, I think, the only scare park this year to have IPs here, which is really exciting. Who's excited to see some Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Good, that's the right answer. And what about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
That's popular. Didn't expect that to be so popular.
Two IPs this year, obviously the plan is to grow and grow and grow, and we're already in talks with IPs for next year today. No, we shouldn't tell them, no. Get in the bin.
Tell us.
But one thing to mention, obviously we have got the IPs, but we've got some original concept phases too, just like every scare park does as well, but these ones...
So they're really going heavy on the IPs. Looking for more next year.
And then we've got the Trials of James. If you don't know, that's actually based on a true story from a witch that was here in 1712. So it's a local folklore, and we've made it into a scare attraction. So there are our attractions.
In that sense, it felt cheap, but the actual sense of nice pulled together was actually really well done. It wasn't like sat there up on the chair.
Have a nice night.
Hello, do I look through that hole? No? Hello everyone. Oh, whoa!
Wow.
Hello. Oh, that's bright. What's that? What was that then?
What's that on your face?
What do you mean what's on my face? Nothing on my face.
You sure?
Yes. That's very bright light you got there. Hello.
Look at your bird.
Hey, what's going on here?
You chat my bird up.
Working all day.
Looks nice.
Patrick.
Very cute.
I actually made it to an event, Scott. You alright?
There you go.
I'm saying nothing like
Why?
I realise you're recording, I'm saying
Well, finished work as well, so.
Texas Chainsaw.
Keep it rolling. Hello, Andy.
Where's the nice facades and stuff?
Hello.
Hello there.
You look nice.
Oh, thank you. I dressed up just for you guys.
Beautiful.
Don't I?
Yeah.
Did you know under all this I look quite sexy? It's true. What do you do? Shall I show you what's in my trolley?
Yeah, go on.
Right, let me find you a good one. Look! Snuggles!
Why is it called Snuggles?
Dum, 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 dum. Ernest Fingers! That's my husband, he died, you see. It was sad.
So you kept his fingers.
Yeah, why not? Souvenir! Souvenir!
Is that his best feature, his fingers?
Well, look, yours might be, but Ernest wasn't. He had another best.
Well, everyone's going in the fast track, so it's not really fast track. Okay, we're starting off with Eden. Let's go, see what this is like.
Not to rush you, do come in, please. Hi. So I'm going to separate you all into different cryo chambers.
Oh, no!
So just to cut to business, if you three could go into cryo chamber 1,
Oh.
if you two could go into cryo chamber 2, and you three could go into
The Ark is under attack. The Ark is under attack. Make your way to the nearest escape.
We are under attack! Go,
The Ark is under attack. The Ark is under attack. Make your way to the nearest escape.
It does!
fun. Crawling, crawling. The worst thing to do in a maze. Okay, so I'm not going to judge it too harsh too soon, but it did feel a bit like felt a bit like you're in a student production in there. So yeah, Eden, lots of painted MDF walls in there, hardly any theming in there. The actors, yeah, pretty much students everywhere, I think.
Now listen. No. Sorry, man. Now listen. Come closer. Come closer. Now listen. Have you been looking for that house down that road? Really? Don't. It's too dangerous. You can hurt yourself. Now, I'm having a barbecue. Do you like steak? Do you like chicken? Do you like chicken? Fantastic. You want to come in? Come on in there. Nice to meet you.
Good evening, have a lovely night.
Sold here in the UK. Now is the perfect time to turn around.
Nothing to worry about. You just come on over here and have a good time. Nothing to worry about. You can just go on through. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, you help yourself. Nothing to worry about at all. Those are some lovely houses, are they? Real funny. Don't worry about that. We're just dealing with a few cows. Sounds like cows.
Going outside.
I think he's in his house.
They're reenacting the scene from Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, so there's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre done. That was slightly better than the Eden. I think I'm going to give more of a review after I've thought about it. I'll probably slot them in. You would have seen what's happening. But for now, I think I'm running out of time because things have been so late. I expected things to start here at 4:30. We didn't get let in until 6. And yeah. And so the vlog ends here. So I thought I'd get my video out early because I really wanted to put my honest opinion. I've been swaying to and fro in my mind how I should review this event. I was given free tickets for this press night. I'm grateful to the PR team for giving me free tickets for tonight for the press night. I'm pleased that a small channel like mine is considered amongst some of the best scare attractions vloggers that are out there. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to give an honest review and I'm not going to be biased. I need to say it the way it is, or the way I see it anyway. I'm sure you'll see lots of vlogs coming out over the next few days about this. I know there are people in two minds of what to say. They do feel swayed that they'd been gifted tickets and they don't want to really give a bad review. But I hope my honest review, it lets people know what the event is really like, and I don't think anyone should pander to someone that gives them free tickets to review the event. A review should be an honest review, and that's the only way it can be. So that said, what is my review? What do I think of the whole event? You seen the 2 mazes I've done. So let's start with the mazes, and the 2 I did do, which was first Eden, the sci-fi maze. Now you started off being segregated very much like the compound at Alton Towers where you go into separate booths. I was batched with 2 others, and you literally went through some flaps and you stood in this isolation booth for about 2 seconds maybe before someone was yelling at you to get out, and there we met up with everyone else in the group. It seemed very pointless. It wasn't a segregation at all, other than if you were going to be scared that you were going to be put into the isolation. There's no real isolation, so it seemed very pointless. There didn't seem to be any story. No one told a story of anything there. There was you walked in not really knowing what was going on. You were just being told to get out. Walking through the maze, it felt like pretty much the only theming was some paint on hardboards. Once I got through the hallways of painted boards, we got to a room of bunk beds where there was maybe 3 or 4 people in there, actors. It started to get a bit cringe. A cringiness. I've never really experienced cringiness in a maze that made me feel like I was embarrassed to be there. Yes, it was the actors' first night. They're settling into new roles, their first experience with the public. But it felt very much like a student production. Like I said when I came out, there was no lead actors there at all. The scares were non-existent. We were doing a conga line. It just felt like walking through bad scenery, something that anybody could throw together. The use of space was very badly managed by the actors. They weren't using any jump scares anywhere. They were just standing around doing the bleh kind of thing. The 2 aliens I saw in there, costumes were extremely amateurish, I would say. They had some strange idea of an alien that you kind of like don't even recognise it. I don't know why they didn't put it as something like a grey where it's instantly recognisable. And frankly, I didn't get a single scare at all. Whether it was a jump scare, I don't even think there was a stare scare in there, mate. It was. I don't even like scare stares, but they're not. I don't think even that was there. It just seemed to be people in costumes moving around, and you walked through amongst them. Trying to think of a good thing I could say about the maze. I don't really think there is anything. it was bad on every single level. If I had to rate this, and I really don't want to, but if I had to, it would be a 0. I mean, a 1 for like walking through. I don't know. I don't even think you can give it a 1 because it was just so badly executed. I'm going to move on from that one to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's perhaps the most anticipated maze because they have the official IP. Wow. I'm going to talk more about IPs later, but we're just going to talk about the mazes at the minute. So you went into the first room, which did have a bit of a story. The guy at the beginning was saying his spiel. Something I did notice, that their beginning scene where the guy does the talk is right next to where the chainsaw is. So all the time you can hear this chainsaw buzzing and you can't really hear the guy talking. So you lost a lot of what he says, and it obviously put him off as well. But we went through that first scene, walked into their house. I don't know the family's name, but Leatherface's house. The first scare that came at you, there was a room, and you seemed to walk at one end of the room, and right at the other end, the jump scare came out. It was nowhere near where the group was. It seemed a really odd position to put a jump scare when no one's going to be there to be jumped. And that started the maze off really bad. I started to think, oh no, here we go, this is going to be really bad again. And then we walked through the scene with the family around the table, and I really liked that. They were playing out the scene of the granddad who was trying to hit the girl on the head. I remember the scene from the movie, keeps dropping the hammer. So they were reenacting the scene. You had Leatherface in there. The costumes were good, very easily recognisable as from the movie. So I liked that scene, and I said on camera as I went past, I liked it because I was surprised that there was actually a good point I picked up on that maze, considering my disappointment with Eden. And then we went through to the next scene where Leatherface was there again, and I like them using separate, more than one actor to be Leatherface in the different rooms. I think that's a nice idea, and I think it should be utilised more, especially for mazes that do Jason. I think you could really make an effective maze with Jason or Michael Myers. You know, when like you're being chased and he's always there, he's always catching up to you. You can really do good things with have multiple actors dressed the same. That could be really effective. Then there were a few other rooms. A weird duck down I had noticed where they had glass on top and you had to duck under it. Now I think that's quite dangerous. It probably wasn't glass, it was probably plastic, but I could see someone not realising that that was a duck down and just going straight into that and hitting their face on it. So I think that's a bit of a weird design flaw. I think that should be changed kind of like immediately. That's you know, when people run into a glass door and they think it's open, it feels like that's going to happen at some point. So I think health and safety wise, I think that needs to be changed. And then there's a final scene where you went into an outside, and the outside really felt odd because you were supposed to be in a forest or something, but the trees they put in there were like just big branches from a tree, like they've cut off some branches from a big tree and just stuck them in the ground, stuck them out of the ground, and it looks so unrealistic. There was the guy with the chainsaw and someone, or Leatherface should I say, and someone else in there as well. I think he came at me. I don't like chainsaws around my legs anyway, no matter what, so that's always a bit of a scare. I did like when they came out afterwards and like screaming at you, came out of the maze. I like that, like a nice bit of interaction at the end. But I would have liked that kind of level all the way through. The scenery, again, was quite basic, an improvement on Eden, but still very basic. So this maze was really a disappointment for the way it was hyped to be this big IP that they're going to do and make it all movie accurate. And yes, parts were, but I feel if they're going to do that kind of thing where you're walking through watching a scene unfold, it needs to be a lot more than a couple of scenes. It probably needs to be the full maze where you're going through and you're actually watching the story unfold. I don't feel they achieved that in this maze. It was a huge letdown, and that's it. I only did the 2 mazes. Why? I'd already planned to go to Dr. Fright's that same night, and I thought, I'm going to try and get in. It was, the opening time was set for, and the mazes were supposed to open at 5:30, I believe. I thought I'd give myself 2 hours there to do the 4 mazes, which I was supposed to have fast tracks for anyway. But by the time it came to 7:30, only 2 of the mazes were open. What they hadn't told us was that they were going to stagger the mazes, so the first 2 would be open first, and then Blood and Honey would open, and then the Witch's Maze would open. I don't know what times they opened in the end, but by 7:30 neither of them had opened, and it was time for me to go anyway. So I literally had half an hour to do the 2 mazes, and who knows what time the other 2 opened. At 7:30, Blood and Honey wasn't open. I had no chance of doing it. The staggered opening was ridiculous. I think they do that more for light issues, and you know that's quite common for mazes that are outside to start a bit later just to get a bit more dark time. So I don't know reasoning behind doing staggered opening. Maybe because they didn't have a lot of people come in on the night. Who knows? But in the end, it just felt like a lot of waiting around. The organisation seemed a bit of a shambles. People didn't know what they were doing. Members of staff didn't know what they were doing. I mentioned the fast tracks. There was no one on the Eden Gate to tell you about your fast track or VIP pass. I was supposed to have been given a fast track, and I've heard the same thing from other people, that they were told they had fast tracks, but when they came to the mazes, they were being told to go into the normal queue. I told them that I had fast track, and she let me through into the fast track lane, probably just because she's heard it all before, that people are being told they had fast tracks, and were given regular passes. Now, I'm not complaining about not getting a fast track. It's up to the event of how they choose to provide you your tickets. But being told something and then not going through that seems a bit strange. And then, or it was the people at the front of the maze didn't know what the fast track wristband was. I don't really know. I don't know what that was about. Perhaps everyone had a fast track and they were just letting the VIPs in the VIP lane. I don't know what was going on, and it led to a lot of confusion, and not just with me, but with lots of other people I spoke to. Their organisation of the event was really off with timing. Firstly, the first setback, and then a second setback when we got there. So I've told you my negative points. What did I like about the event? Well, quite frankly, everything except the mazes. Oh, and I didn't talk about the scare zone. I don't know where that was. Was it with all the hay bales and pumpkins? Was that a scare zone? There was no set piece there. I don't know. I don't really know what that was. I just thought it was a seating area. I didn't notice any pop stars, music artists that would represent that scare zone they had. So I don't really know what that was. I didn't see any kind of thing that would relate to a scare zone. So who knows what that was. But the thing I liked about this event was the funfair. Really good funfair. The Thriller, the Dodgems, the Waltzer, the Extreme, Freakout. I think that was all of them. Some great machines they had there. Well worth a go if you go down there. And the food, they had lots of a variety of food. They seemed the stuff that they had brought in, that people were probably paying to be there, was the good thing. It seemed like they had also been oversold this event, like it was going to be something amazing, and it wasn't. I just don't understand how you can overestimate your event so much to make people think it was a top tier event. It was going to compete with the likes of The Howl a few minutes away, or something like Extreme Scream or Doncaster. There are many good events, top events out there. It really didn't perform anywhere near the standards. I mean, this was quite literally the worst Scream Park I have ever done. Excluding Nightmares in Norfolk, if anyone's seen my first year of doing that, that's my worst scare event. But for a Scream Park, I don't know, I couldn't give it more than a 1 star. Because of the 2 mazes, and I've heard the other 2 were equally as bad. I'm sorry to give a really bad review, but this year I've done 5 scare events now, and the 4 I did before have all been top of their game for this year. The best year ever. Scare events were really stepping up this year, and we were going to get a really good year, some really top quality mazes. And I really want to put this out as a real, raw, honest, just so people who have got tickets, I'm not saying don't go there, try it for yourself, see what you think. Maybe they change things up, maybe they make a drastic improvement over the next few days, couple of weeks. It runs right up until, I think, November the 1st. So they might make changes, who knows? They may have had a really bad night. It could have been they weren't ready. If you do have tickets, like I said, do go. Check it out, but be warned. Maybe you, if it is as bad as I experienced, go there and see it as a piece of comedy if you wish. Go and have a couple of rides on the showman's rides. They're quite reasonably priced at £5. And also the food. If I was there longer, I said it in the vlog, I would have had that hog roast. That looked gorgeous. But at least now you can go knowing what to expect. And if it is better, I did say in one of my videos, could this be a secret universal test of the UK market? No way. No way. That Universal would be hugely embarrassed to put out something like this. And I think the owners of the IPs that they used should be embarrassed that they used their IPs. I think if you are using someone's IPs, you should be held to a high standard, not only with the costumes, but with the sets and with the actors, with the maze designs. I would have liked to have seen the Winnie the Pooh mask, because they had talked about them quite a lot, that they were movie accurate. Just because you have a movie accurate costume, it doesn't make it a good maze. Costumes should enhance a maze and not make a maze. So I'm going to leave it there, and if you go, let me know in the comments what you think. Did you have a different experience? But I do feel the more people that come forward giving their honest reviews, you'll see that it's pretty unanimous that this is the worst Scream Park the UK has ever seen. Would I go back? Well, I probably wouldn't be invited back after this review. I would go back if invited. I always would like to see improvement. I'd like to see things change. I'd like to see if someone wants to become better. I'd like to see them take on that criticism, no matter how harsh it is, and improve themselves. But this does need drastic improvement. Would I buy a ticket in future? I would probably give it a couple more years. And when you've got nearby events within an hour, like The Howl, Dr. Fright's, Horror at Hinchinbrook House, all very different mazes and different budgets, but all done exceptionally well. And to think Universal Halloween Horror Nights will be half an hour away in 6 years' time, it's not going to compete with that, no matter how much Universal charges. So, a bad review. I haven't done many really bad reviews for a long time, and I do try and see the positive in events, but when things get you so down, sometimes you can only see the bad things, and it's a shame. It's the truth, and that's what you get on my channel, and you get the raw, honest opinion. And if this puts me on the blacklist of their event, and maybe even some other events in the future, then I'm sorry, that's the price I have to pay. Next on the list is Dr. Fright's. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.